Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's right, live in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? I'm so sorry that it's a late start. I got disappointed today. I went out there I went to church. That was a good thing. Went out there and went and prayed and got right with Jesus. Went and prayed and everything. But then I went specifically to Little Caesars so I could get me one of them brand new Little Caesars New York style pizzas. The one I went to. No, we ain't never heard of. We ain't never heard of no New York style pizza. Well, y'all been advertising them for the past 3 weeks, so why can't I get one? So I was disappointed. But and whenever I did, I went ahead and ended up ordering one anyway. So after I got done, I was tired, dead tired, and I went to sleep. So anyway, that being said, today is Thursday, January the 13th, 2022. Got Shin Show dislikes or likes, shout outs for Doug Bell, Savann Murphy, Beason, Jamie O'Driscoll, and Martin Kelly, a.k.a. Smiley. Oh, Doug Bell is a.k.a. Steve Clary. And then my Pokey pal, that's right, my favorite Pokey pal, Amanda S. Little. All right, those are the Shin Show shout outs for today. Looks like we got a weather forecast for the upcoming forecast for the next 5 days here in the St. Charles area. Cold, wet, rainy, nasty, horrible. I think today's high was 58, though, which was a good thing. We like to see that. We do. We do like to see 58 degrees. Nice and warm, if you say so yourself. So, anyway, with it being 58. Now, for the weather forecast is brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. That's right, 63301. So come on by Campus Drive, 2054 Campus Drive at 11 a.m. on Sundays and 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. on Thursdays for Refreshing Word Fellowship services and Hour of Our Prayer. All right, well, all righty then. Here's what the forecast I told you was coming up. Highs got up to 58 today, and so the mostly clear early, followed by a cloudy sky overnight. Low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit with winds light and variable north at about 5 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, Friday, um, January the 14th, considerable cloudiness with occasional rain showers in the afternoon. High temperatures of 41 degrees Fahrenheit, winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour, chances of rain 60%. And then for cloudy with rain and snow in the evening, becoming all snow late near nighttime, with gray temperatures of 30 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds are going to be east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 100%. Uh, Approximately 1 to 3 inches of snow. Yes, sirree, Bob. All right, and then for Saturday, January the 15th, snow during the morning will taper off and give way to very cloudy skies during the afternoon. High temperatures of 33 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of chances of snow, uh, about 90%, an accumulation of an inch. So that gives us like 4.5 inches of snow. So be prepared, folks. Be prepared, like the Boy Scouts say. All right, clear skies with low temperatures of 13 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, with winds north northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, January the 16th, sunny skies along with a few afternoon clouds. High temperatures of 31 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overcast skies later on at night with low temperatures of 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Monday, January the 17th, mostly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures of 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Tuesday, January the 18th, mostly sunny skies during the daytime with high temperatures of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies in the evening and then becoming cloudy overnight. Low temperatures of 28 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, concludes our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. All right, well, alrighty then. I'm not expecting anybody to be tuning in tonight because, well, I got out here quite a bit later than normal. My nurse came by today to fill my meds and whatnot, and so that occurred. Anyway, oh, by the way, when I was eating my pizza, my teeth fell out, so we're toothless again. A little rotter. Gotta have some rotter for the throat. All right. So anyway, that being said, how about some activities? Activities are what's going on. What's the special events that are going on here in the St. Charles area, my hometown? Well, we got an ice sculpture competition coming up here on the 29th. That's for sure. These events are going to be brought to you today by Jamie O'Driscoll. That's right, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie is a Facebook page showcasing Jamie O'Driscoll's fantastic artworks with wreaths and table settings and decor. She is quite the crafty gal, so try to check out her Facebook page and see what type of items you would like to have right off of that Facebook page, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Also, she's quite the trade expert. She's always got memorabilia for the Cardinals and or other sports teams, Coca-Cola, other stuff like that. She's always putting it on the sales sites, and I would imagine she could just advertise it on her page over there too, just as well. So either way, that's Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. All right, the Fit Fahit de Galais Ice Carving Competition. January the 29th, 2022. That's located at 100 North Main Street from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. This ice festival is a perfect family activity. Ice carvers fill 2 blocks of North Main Street in St. Charles, Missouri, and you can watch carvers bring the emerald arts of ice carving to life with chainsaws, chisels, grinders, and knives, as well as hot irons and cold spray. Each carver starts with a single block of ice weighing 260 pounds. They dissect the ice and then reassemble it into wondrous, sparkling creations. There are outdoor fire pits also, restaurants serving breakfast or lunch, and shops to wander around in to help keep you warm. Plan to stay for a few hours so that you can watch these ice clumps turn into ice beautiful sculptures. All righty, it's going on down to my main street in my hometown. Main Street, down on Main Street. Yeah, I know that song. Y'all know that song? Song lyrics, down on Main Street. I remember standing on the corner at midnight, trying to get my courage up. There was those long, lovely dancers in a little club downtown. I love to watch her do her stuff. Now there, though the lonely nights, she filled my sleep. Her body's still swaying to that smoky beat down on Main Street. Main Street, Main Street. Okay, well, I don't know that song. Uh, so I protest. I'm going to sing a different song. Uh, hmm, Song lyrics down on the corner. Down on early in the evening, just about supper time. Over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. Poor kids on the corner trying to bring you up. Willie picks out a tune and then he blows it on the heart. Down on the corner, out in the streets, Willie and the poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. A rooster hits the washboard, and people just gotta smile. A blinky thumps the gut bass, and solos for a while. Poor boy twangs the rhythm on his calamazoo, and Willie goes into a dance and doubles on kazoo. Down on the corner, out in the streets, Willie and the poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. I sit down on the corner, out in the streets. Willie and the poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. Now you don't need a penny just to hang around. But if you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the corner, there's a happy noise. People come from miles around to hear them magic boys. Down on the corner, out in the streets, we're in a poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. I sit down on the corner, out in the streets, we're in a poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. I sit down on the corner, out in the streets, we're in a poor boys are playing. Bring your nickels, tap your feet. Sit down on the corner, out in the streets, we're in a poor boys are coming. Nickels, tap. All right. There you go. Down on the corner, out in the street, there's something happening. Wouldn't you think it's neat? They clap their hands and they watch her till she's gone. Song lyrics, baby's got her blue jeans on. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Down on the corner, by the traffic light. Everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch it till she's gone. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Up by the bus stop and across the street, they open up their windows to take a peek. Yeah, she goes a walking, a rocking like a rolling stone. Heaven help us, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. No, the girl can't help it. Oh, well, up on Main Street, by the taxi stand, there's a crowd of people and a traffic jam. But she don't look back. She ain't doing nothing wrong. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. Oh, the girl can't help it. Oh, sit down on Main Street, down on the corner, by the traffic light. Everybody's walking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch her till she's gone. Oh, Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Help and help us. Baby's got her blue jeans on. All right, all right, all right. All right. Let's see. There's gotta be a good song tonight. Let's do this one. Song lyrics: Teddy Bear, Red Soulvine. I was on the outskirts of a little southern town, trying to reach my destination before the sun went down. All that old CB was a blaring away on channel 19. And when I heard this little boy's voice come on the radio line, he said, "Breaker 19, is anyone there? Come on back and you truckers and talk to Teddy Bear." Well, I keyed up the mic and I said, "You got it there, Teddy Bear." And the little boy's voice came back on the air. "Appreciate the break there. Who we got on that there end?" I told him my handle, and then he began. "Now, I'm not supposed to bother you fellas out there. Mom says you're busy and for me to stay off the air. But you see, I get lonely and it helps to talk because, well, that's about all I can do because I'm crippled and I can't walk." He came back and I told him to fire up that mic and I'd talk to him just as long as he'd like. Well, that was my dad's radio, the little boy said. "But I guess it's mine and mom's now because my daddy's dead. Daddy had a wreck about a month ago. He was trying to get home in a blinding snow. Mama has to work now to make ends meet, and I'm not too much help with my two crippled feet. She says not to worry, that we'll make it all right, but I hear her crying sometimes late at night. Well, I know there's just one thing I want more than anything else to see. Oh, but I know you guys are just too busy to bother with me. But you see, my dad, he used to take me for rides when he was home, but I guess that's all over with since my daddy's gone." Not one breaker came on the old CB as that little cripple boy talked with me. Well, I tried hard to swallow a lump that just wouldn't stay down, and as I thought about my own little boy back in Greenville town. My dad was going to take me and mom with him later on this year. Why, I remember saying sometime this old truck will be yours, Teddy Bear. But I know I'll never get to ride in an 18-wheeler again. But this old base, he'll keep me in touch with all my trucker friends. Teddy Bear's going to back on out now and leave you alone because, well, it's almost time for my mama to come home. But you give me a shout whenever you're passing through, and I'll sure be happy to come back and talk to you. Well, I came back on it, and I says, "Hey, before you go 1010, what's your 20, my little CB friend?" Well, he gave me his address, and I didn't hesitate. That big load was just gonna have to wait. I turned that truck around on a dime and I headed straight back to Jackson Street, 229. And as I rode around in that corner, oh, I got one heck of a shock. Yep, that's right. 18 wheelers were lined up for 3 city blocks. Why, I guess every driver for miles around caught Teddy Bear's call. Well, that little crippled boy, he was just having a ball. For as fast as one driver would carry him out, and another one would carry him back out again. So, and throw him in that truck, and off they'd go again. Well, you better believe it. I took my turn at riding old Teddy Bear, and then I carried him back, and I put him down in his chair. And buddy, if I ain't never seen happiness again, I want you to know I saw it that day in the face of that little man. Well, we took up a collection for him before his mama got home, and each driver said goodbye, and then they all were gone. He shook my hand with a mile-long grin, and he says, "So long, trucker. I'll catch you again." Well, I hit that interstate with tears in my eyes. I turned on the radio, and I got another surprise. "Breaker 19," came a voice on the air. "Just one word of thanks from Mama Teddy Bear. Now we wish you each and every one a special prayer for you, 'cause, well, you just made my little boy's dreams come true. Now I'll sign off now before I start to cry. May God ride with you. 10-4, and goodbye." There you go. That there was Teddy Bear. All right. All right. All right. Hey, look, it's about time for the bedtime stories with the kids. So, yeah, I didn't think anybody was going to tune in tonight. Bedtime stories with the kids. And tonight's bedtime story, well, hey, kids, it's time for TV Grandpa to tell you a bedtime story. So, hey, you just jump up on the couch or jump up on the bed, wherever you rest your sleepy head. It's time for TV Grandpa to put you to bed. That's right, TV Grandpa was ready to say goodnight with all the babies throughout the night. We're going to read David and Goliath tonight, but it's a story about these two fellers, and one of them was well known, and one of them not so well known. But hey, this is how it happened on way back when. All right. Saul had been king, but he kept disobeying God. And so God asked Samuel to find a new king. Well, God said to Samuel, "Go to Bethlehem, and there is a man named Jesse with 8 sons. One of them will be the next king." Well, when Samuel first met the sons, he automatically thought that the oldest son, named Elib, would be the king that God had chosen. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at the way he looks or how big he is. Elab is not the one I have chosen. The way he looks doesn't matter to me. I look at the heart." Well, Jesse brought more of his sons to meet Samuel, but none of them God had chosen either. Samuel asked Jesse, "Have I met all your sons?" Jesse replied, "I have one son left named David. He is the youngest, and he is out looking after the sheep. I will bring him here to meet you." And so, as soon as Samuel saw him, the Lord spoke to him and said, "He is the one." So Samuel anointed him with oil, which was a special way of promising him that he would be the next king. And from that day on, the power of the Lord was with David. Now, David continued to take care of his father's sheep in the fields. When he didn't have much to do in the fields, he played an instrument and wrote songs and poems that you can find in the book of Psalms in your Bible. Now, meanwhile, Saul was still king, and he ruled people called Israelites. Now, David and his family were Israelites too, and the Israelites weren't getting along with people named the Philistines. Now, the problem with the Philistines was that they had many giants living in their land. And one of the strongest and biggest giants was named Goliath. Well, he was over 9 feet tall, which is taller than any person recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. And he would have to bend way down to get through a regular door. Well, Goliath was covered with armor to protect himself and carried a big spear. Every morning and evening for 40 days, he shouted to the Israelites in his big, deep voice, "Hey, hey, you guys, I dare you to find one man to fight me. If he can beat me with him, uh, we will become your servants. But if I win, you will become our servants. Well, when Saul and all his men heard this, they were very afraid. Three of these men were David's three oldest brothers, and they were the only ones in David's family that could go fight because they were old enough. Now, David's father, Jesse, heard about the giant and was worried for his sons. And he called to David out of the field and he asked him to take some food to his brothers and report back how they are doing. So David set off to visit his brothers. As he approached them, he heard Goliath shouting his challenge like he did every morning. Isn't someone going to stand up to this man? David asked. Oh, isn't anyone going to stand up to this man? David asked the men in the army. Well, then I will fight this giant Philistine. One of the men overheard this and he ran to Saul and told him what David had said. Saul approached David and said, You can't fight Goliath. You're only a boy, and he has been fighting for many years. But David said to Saul, I have had to fight lions and bears to protect my father's sheep. So God helps keep me safe. And now he will keep me safe now. So it was too bad that Saul, the king, wasn't trusting in God to help him, and he didn't know what to do to beat Goliath. Then this young boy named David came and he knew one day exactly what to do, and he trusted that God would help him. That's why God loved David's heart and wanted him to be king. Saul dressed David up in heavy armor to protect him from Goliath, but David took it all off. It was too heavy, and he could hardly walk, and he knew that God would keep him safe anyway. Instead, David went to a stream nearby and found 5 smooth stones. He put them in a pouch around his waist, and he, with his sling, went out to face Goliath. Now, as David approached Goliath, Goliath looked at David and he thought it was a joke. Goliath thought that he could easily beat David, and it was funny that Saul would send a small boy to fight him. But David said to him, without fear, You fight with a sword, and I come with God on my side. And today everyone will know that there is one true God in this land. Well, Goliath didn't care what David had to say, and he moved closer to attack him. David ran quickly to meet him, reaching into his pouch. He pulled out a stone and he put it into his slingshot and he shot it at the Goliath. And the stone hit him right between the eyes, and suddenly Goliath started to lose his balance. He fell with a loud thud right on his face. David had done it. He beat the giant Philistine. And when the rest of the Philistines saw this, they ran away, and David became a hero to all the people in Israel. And therefore, he became the next king. And that was the story of David and Goliath. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's because, well, it's one of those things. TV Grandpa every now and again picks a winner. All right. All righty then. We got 1 minute, Craig. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the Daily Bread right here, right now. It's time for the Daily Bread portion of the program. And the Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2021. I'm sorry, the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2022 is Genesis 31 through 32 and Matthew 9, 18 through 38. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. Okay, today's daily bread portion of the program is the devotion is a ludicrous investment. A ludicrous investment. And we will be reading Jeremiah 32, 6 through 15. Jeremiah said that the word of the Lord came to me, and Hamuel, son of Shalom, your uncle, is going to come to you and say, "Buy my field at Anathoth, because is uh, because as nearest relative, it is your right and duty to buy it. Buy my field at Anathoth, because as my nearest relative, it is your right and your duty to buy it." Then, just as the Lord had said, my cousin Hamuel came to me in the courtyard of the guard, and he said, "Buy my field at Anathoth in the territory of Benjamin, since it is your right to redeem it and possess it by, uh, by it for yourself." Well, I knew that this was the word of the Lord, and so I bought the field and Anathoth and from my cousin Hamuel, and weighed out for him 17 shekels of silver. I signed and sealed the deed, had a witness, and weighed out the silver on the scales. Now I took the deed of purchase and the sealed copy containing the terms and conditions, as well as the unsealed copy, and I gave this deed to Barak, son of Nerhi, the son of Maisha, in the presence of my cousin Hanel and of the witnesses who had signed the deed, and all of the Jews sitting in the courtyard of the guard. Now, in their presence, I gave Barak these instructions. "This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of the Lord Israel, says. Take these documents, both the sealed and unsealed copies of the deed of purchase, and put them in a clay jar, so they will last a long time. For this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says: House, fields, and vineyards will again be bought in this land." And there you have it. That was a ludicrous investment, which was the daily bread portion of today's program, which was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. That's right, the Bible with Briscoe 2022 is the daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, my friends. Hey, that looks like the Shen Show in a nutshell. We're done. We're through. We're out of here. Got one more song for you, and it goes like this. Hello, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Alrighty. Hey, that's been it. That's been fun. Thanks for tuning in to the Shin Show. And as always, God loves you, and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, hey, I'll be here. And I hope that you are